Welcome to Wizards and Wordsmiths, episode 2, here with our Guild of Gastronomy, our group of cooking characters. I'm the Dungeon Master, Jim Zub, and I'm carrying this group on a strange foodie adventure in 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons. We're going to go across our cast and then dive right back into the adventure.
Well, hey, everybody, I'm Kevin Hearne. I'm playing a hill dwarf who is a condiment sommelier named Keggy Gruttold.
Hi, I'm Adib Khorram. I'm playing the cool sorcerer, Jenno Tamerlane.
Hi, I'm Andrea Robertson. I'm playing a gnome rook called Teely Nimblerook. I'm sorry, a gnome rogue called Teely Nimblerook.
Hi, I'm Sherri L. Smith, and I'm playing Ula, a moody elf with a secret.
Ooh, I'm David Yoon. I'm playing a dragonborn cleric named Barba Chaos, master of the flame.
Amazing. So this group in our previous adventure thought they were going to be doing a cooking competition in the village of Cuisine, and instead have been caught up in a totally different kind of adventure as a very important recipe, the pie divine, has been stolen from the village, and the Guild of Gastronomy has sent them forth to retrieve it. The group heads forth from the village of Cuisine and is tracking large grains of salt that are basically along a trail as they head out of town. Who's sort of leading up our group here? Anyone want to take the lead on this?
Well, I would like to just let the group know that if we ever get into a situation where you think there might be something a bit odd about an entrance, or if you're having trouble opening a door because it might be locked, I could help with that. But I'm kind of small, as you may have noticed. I have a petite stature, so I'd prefer not to be in the front in case we have a troll jump out. It would just stomp me.
Well, I can say that I'm happy to help. I'm actually a bard, so I'm here to inspire you. But I've got my own problems, so I'm probably going to hang towards the back.
Well, Jenno really wants the reward money, so Jenno has no problems leading the pack.
Amazing. All right.
I'm happy to go near the front, too.
Okay.
I'll be right behind you.
Okay, so the group is heading forth. As you guys...
Wedge formation.
Yeah, that's right, in formation. So it's autumn, and there's a bit of a light breeze blowing. The trees have changed colors. It's quite a beautiful season here in Cuisine Province, in the town of Cuisine, as you step forth on the road to adventure. The kind of dirt trails that you're following and seeing little trickles of salt along the trail soon give way to the road kind of turns away, but the salt continues. And so you're able to track it into the forest. The forest, however, starts to get dense very, very quickly. As the trees get kind of closer together, the branches start to twist and wind in on each other, and the ground is getting softer, mushier. First loam and then mud, and then soon enough it is more water than dirt. And you know, without any doubt, that you are in the Savory Swamp.
Savory Swamp. Oh.
If anyone
looks around to see if the skeletons have dissolved in the water.
So you're looking for the salt, and you're finding less and less of it. You're picking up little bits of it, hints of it on branches or on reeds as you go, whereas before it was clearly on the ground. If any of you want to make a survival check for to find kind of the least wet route, feel free to do so. I know some of you, I think Keggy and Ula have got pretty strong survival check skills.
I'm happy to try to do it.
Jenno rolled a 6.
Awesome.
He's also young and might be just splashing through every puddle he finds.
Right?
Okay, so I will roll and hope for the best. I rolled a 20.
Wow.
Nice.
Is that a natural 20 or is that with bonuses?
No, it's with it's a 16 plus 4.
Okay. So just for tabletop terminology, if you roll a 20 on the die proper, that's called a natural 20, and that's like a really fantastic roll. If you roll a 20 with the number, that's fine. We just call that, it's a total of 20, or some people call it a dirty 20. They're just
A
like
dirty 20 or a natural 20. Okay. Thank you.
no problem. Now you know. So you got a 20 total, which is still fantastic.
Yeah.
So you're able to easily pick out, okay, that's going to be a soggy spot. All right, that's a little bit drier. Okay, watch around this bend as the group sort of trumps their way through.
Okay.
Feel free, you guys can also, these kind of travel encounters, feel free to have discussions amongst yourselves or ask each other questions. It's not just about combat, of course. Dungeons and Dragons is all about kind of character stuff as well. So we always sort of jokingly call this saddle talk. It's like, all right, you're on the road and you're chatting away. You can do a little bit of characterization or things if you want to talk a bit about yourselves or your backgrounds or ask each other questions.
Has anybody here ever eaten the pie divine?
I can't say I have.
No, I've not eaten anything like that. I've had some pretty good pies, mostly rhubarb, but not.
You just wanted to say rhubarb.
I did rhubarb really well.
I hear the pie is a lie.
I wondered
A
that
farce.
myself. I wondered that.
Oh, do you think they're
Hey.
trying to get rid of us?
I think it's designed to keep society in check.
Ah, something to aspire to. I've heard that every slice of pie is different depending on what the heart desires.
Whoa.
These are really meaty conspiracy theories. Delicious. I like them.
Keggy, if you don't mind me asking, what did you do to enrage your fellow dwarves so much?
Oh, yeah. Oh, you noticed that. It's a little bit embarrassing. A few years back, when I was learning to cook, I was cooking actually very well, if I do say so myself. But I forgot to ask about allergies, and inadvertently poisoned several of my relatives. Some of them survived, but some of them did not, and I've not been welcomed back home in quite some time. Understandably, it was a mistake that I made. It was a terrible mistake, but not an intentional one for sure. Completely accidental. Now, mostly I hang out with my little badger friend here, Mr. Tickles.
Mr. Tickles suddenly pops up, looks around, chitters lightly, ducks back underneath.
He doesn't like this marshy stuff very much, so he'll probably appear on my shoulder every so often. How about you? Is everything? Do you still enjoy a good family life? Because I long to hear of such things. I live vicariously through other people now.
Well, I do like my family quite a lot, and I go back to visit them in the heartlands when I can. But when I was quite young, one of the family goats butted me rather hard, and I took a bad fall. So I've had an aversion to goats ever since, and I don't like spending time with them. So my family's cheeses might be delicious, but I've decided to go on the road instead, and I collect rare herbs that not only have wonderful flavor, but also evoke very specific intense emotions when used in my seasonings.
Ah, then you should keep an eye out for marshmallows. They grow in the marsh and they make you feel mellow.
Excellent. I shall.
Andrea, you can actually make a perception roll in order to see if there's any decent sort of plants or herbs here that you might want to grab for your stock.
Oh, no, I haven't. I have a natural one. Do you penalize for those?
No, so you're all caught up in the conversation.
Okay.
It was actually something really amazing. You just walked right by. You didn't even.
Oh, wow!
So Adib, can you make
My what?
a perception roll for me?
Make a perception roll?
Yes.
Yes. I would just like, as he's perceiving, Geno pulls a kind of stale-looking roll out of his pocket. No one is quite sure where it came from. He might have stolen it from the banquet earlier, but he starts munching on it.
Nice.
Perception. Geno rolls A natural one as well.
Amazing! You guys did.
I told you we were using all the good rolls too early in the session.
We're all out of good rolls.
All right,
And
so
you're eating one.
It's all failure from here.
Can I look around for some mustard?
sure.
Good, I'll make it.
Geno trips and falls.
Well, it'll be even greater than that. Trust me.
I got a 7.
Oh my gosh. You guys are the savory swamp is bringing out your best. Okay, so Adib, you as you're walking and you're chewing on the roll, you're kind of happy with yourself. You stole this food and no one noticed. You're looking back at the others. You're kind of enjoying the squishiness of the ground, and you're on an adventure. This is actually, excuse the pun, kind of cool. And
Especially because it's going to pay well.
right? And then all of a sudden, your foot just hits a patch and sinks super deep. You go right up almost to your hip in the water, and you start getting sucked down some sort of sinkhole. And of course,
Is it quicksand? I'm a child of the 90s, and that's literally my number one mortal fear is quicksand.
Can I do this to the rest of the party?
Tell them to start and let the child drown.
Right, just let the child sink in. So Geno drops into the mud up to his waist in one go, and you guys hear this gurgle and a bunch of bubbles sort of come up to the surface of the water.
He tooted.
I did not.
I reach out my hand
Where's
because
the bug?
I'm right behind him and I say, grab my hand, laddie.
No, I can't. I'm too sad. Wait, are we allowed to make that reference?
No, it's too soon.
Yes.
It's always too soon.
Always too soon for our text.
Geno stuffs the roll into his mouth and grips it in his teeth and then reaches for Kegi with both hands.
Okay, so you can make an athletics roll with advantage because Kegi's there helping you.
All right. This will go great with my -1.
That's right. So you roll twice and pick the highest.
Right. There. I promise you, I'm not making this up. I rolled 2 8s.
Oh,
-1, so 2.
all right.
7.
So he
Game
goes
is
to reach
cursed.
out, and his hand just slips right through. And
Why
there's
is your hand so sweaty?
another sort of bubble at the surface of the muddy water, and he gets now sucked down past his belly button.
I would like to pull out my hempen rope and
Okay.
try to lasso him.
Awesome.
I got dexterity
Okay, so I want you to use
or acrobatics or
acrobatics is fine.
okay.
Yeah.
Do I win? We all have ropes.
On at 20. Oh no,
You got
that's
really awesome. So you just lasso him right around underneath the arms, cinch it up, and start to pull. So he's not going to sink down any further. All of a sudden, the bubbling water starts to laugh. And this weird, lumpy, crusty mass kind of moves to the top. He's not just being pulled under the water. This is some kind of horrific bread pudding, and it's alive. Roll initiative.
Is it a dread bread pudding?
It is a dread pudding.
A
bread pudding. No.
Come on, big bucks.
All right. Give me your initiative totals here.
16.
My dice are broken.
Oh, so the dread pudding did a great job, by the way, on its initiative. It's at a 17. Teely's at a 16.
Yes.
Okay.
Sick. I got 6.
Barba Chaos on a 6.
What the heck, dude?
I got a 5. I'm very flummoxed by this,
I just wanted to say flummoxed.
Nice. Adib, what'd you get?
Geno got a 7.
So, what is? Geez, guys.
I don't know.
I don't. 3 7s in a row though. Like
That's
Like
lucky.
this were Vegas.
that's lucky, right?
What's your total for initiative there, Sherri?
11.
11. Wow, you look like a champ compared to a lot of these people here.
Thanks.
All right, Dread Pudding goes first. That's not good.
Dread pudding.
So, Dread Pudding, you because this is the savory swamp, it's spinach and feta, and it's all just sort of gurgling and bubbling, trying to pull you under there, Geno. Ooh, it yanks you down deeper. and you realize it's got crusty bread bits at the bottom that are chomping at your foot, uncooked.
Crusty bread bits.
Dang.
You take 5 damage.
5 damage.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Point of order. The dread pudding, raisins or no?
What's savory?
Savory.
Yeah.
It's savory.
It's
Probably
a-
olives.
Feta and spinach.
Lots of savory dishes have raisins in them for like a tart
Sure.
pop.
This is a truly terrible concoction, so sure.
All right, Jeno loses all 5 of the alcohol-free beer hit points. Once again, proving Adult Adib's point that alcohol-free beer is pointless.
Hey, it just saved you a strike there. All right, Teely, you've got a rope around Jeno.
Yes.
So in order to attack, you'd have to let it go, but then he could sink more.
Yes.
You can do something else, but you got to get a little creative here.
Well, I am not towards the front of the group.
Right.
So I would like to try to pull him out more instead of attacking.
Okay. You are so tiny.
I know. I'm really tiny. My strength is a -1, but I feel like I can't let go.
Okay, so you're going to make an athletics roll. You're going to
Okay.
grab kind of the branch of a tree and just start pulling with all your little might, with all your gnomish might.
I rolled a 2.
Okay,
No, it's a 1 because 2 - 1. So I'm so sorry.
you grab a branch, and what you didn't realize was it's not a very strong branch, and so it snaps, and you tumble, and now you've fallen into the muddy bread pudding.
No.
The feta is so close to your nostrils. It's terrifying.
It's so sour.
Ula, what's your action?
Oh.
Ula. Sherri?
Yeah, no, I'm here. I'm trying to figure out how to do it.
No
Can I
worries.
use bardic inspiration to help someone
Absolutely.
else?
Yes.
Okay.
So you can how are you using bardic inspiration? So what you're doing is it is a spell like ability, but what you're essentially doing is you're going to give someone else a bonus 1d6 to their next roll.
Right.
So you're going to do that through oratory, or you can do it through song, or you can do it through all kind, whatever you like. Maybe a particular scent of ingredients you've got, or a good memory.
I am going to sing a song that inspires Barba Chaos to haul Jeno, haul on that rope.
Awesome. All right. So you call forth this wonderful song.
Okay. Hold tight, ye mateys, Barba Chaos, you're the one. Oh, hard, ye mateys, and this disaster is done.
Woo!
Wow. All right. We're gonna give you a bonus for that.
That was amazing.
Real singing is always preferred in a fine D&D session. Well done, Sherri. That's good stuff. All right. When we get to your turn, David, you're gonna have a bonus there. Adib, you are struggling. How are you going to try and break out here?
What size is the dread pudding?
The dread pudding is large.
There's a large creature.
Yes.
Okay, let me.
Extra large bread
Oh, it's
pudding.
extra large.
And I
No,
believe it's
not
in
extra
charge.
large bread pudding. It's not a family sized. It's just a large.
I
just got
can
that.
laugh. But we don't know if it's that intelligent.
Can we eat it?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Such stratagem.
Right. I know, right? What the heck? Well, Jeno is really annoyed
All right.
and feels like, any kind of congealed dessert tends to become more brittle when it gets cold. So he's going to do what he always does and try to freeze things.
Amazing. What you want to use?
He's going to shout, "Eat!" and make his finger gun and shoot a ray of frost
Awesome.
at the thing's face.
Okay. So ray of frost. Let her rip.
Yes.
Does it have a face?
I mean, that is.
Really?
No.
He rolled a 10.
Ah.
It's got an open maw.
Oh, so you do, I mean, it is all around you, so you do hit it, but you just kind of crisp a little bit on the top. You're not getting beneath
No traction.
beneath the exterior, unfortunately. All right, Barba Chaos, you are
Wait. Question.
answer.
So with my move action, can Jenna try to pull himself along the rope?
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Why don't you
Alrighty.
make an athletics check? But it is at disadvantage.
But isn't the
All right,
rope?
cool.
Wait, but the rope was around me, and I'm with you
Yeah.
now.
No, he's just sort of trying to thrash his way
right.
out.
Okay.
Yeah. He's not pulling the rope because the rope's no good anymore.
Athletics. Let's see what happens.
So 2 rolls, pick the
Well,
one.
I rolled a 6 and a 4.
Amazing. Even with advantage, it wouldn't have mattered. All right, so you're thrashing in the pudding, and it's laughing at your futile, your feta attempt, if we will. All right.
Oh my God.
Jesus.
Oh,
Barba Chaos, you're next in the order. You feel this surge of song pouring up inside of you. The ballads of the bards are part of you. And in this moment, you know what you can do, what you're capable of. So you're going to reach down and grab the rope.
I'm going to reach down, I'm going to grab the rope, and I'm going to pull as hard as I can.
Okay, so you're going to roll athletics with advantage, and you're going to add 1d6.
Nice.
So
Athletics.
with the advantage roll.
Let's see, I got a 6 for the first roll. God. And second roll is a 1. It's a 10. 10, so I'll take 10.
Okay.
And then a 1d6.
Yes.
All right. Come on. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I rolled a 1. My dice are broken, man.
Cursed.
I got bad cursed dice.
So
We're clearly crooks and not heroes.
or was
Did
that
someone
the
anger a
die
head
roll?
witch?
David, the die roll was 10 or your total was 10?
The die roll, the total for the 2 rolls?
No, not the 2 rolls. So with athletics,
Yeah.
you get your bonus. So was the total 10 or was that the raw die roll was 10?
No, the total was 10.
Oh man.
I know, right?
So 11 is the total and your difficulty was 15. So you haul with all your might. Here's the problem. You actually pulled really, really hard, but you didn't have good footing. So you just sank right into the footing. You were pulling like crazy.
And my arms come out of their sockets.
Sliding deeper into bread and feta. And raisins are coming up and you hauled so much and yet, Jeno's not moving at all. It's crazy.
Why are you all growing taller?
Keggy, you're seeing this just absolute chaos amongst the puddings. What are you going to do?
We're like the Keystone Cops at this point. Come on, Keggy.
This calls for some sort of special sauce. So I pull out of my pack my special Worcestershire sauce. And I kind of squirt it all over my axe blade. And now I'm going to attack with my Worcestershire blade.
Worcestershire.
Yes, that one.
All right, give him the worst you
What's
can.
My big numbers.
Guess what? I got an 8.
The game is broken, man.
Level D&D is my favorite thing in the whole universe, guys.
I'd like to register a complaint with D&D Beyond, or
All right, so you drop this axe, and unfortunately, you get the axe caught in the branches of one of the trees.
Are you
and
kidding?
You're sort of shaking it around. You can't quite break it free. The pudding is so amused. It can't decide which of you it wants to ingest first.
Oh,
So I'll make a random roll here.
We're all gonna die.
So
pudding.
It's the yeast we can do.
into the bread pudding. So the bread pudding just sort of tries to envelop her. It gets a 19.
What?
Keely, you're taking 3 damage.
Those
Me?
guys are better.
Yes.
oh no, but I don't want to die in feta. Help me, someone, please.
All right, top of the order. That's the bread pudding's turn. Next is Teely. You've just been bitten. Now what do you want to do? I guess bitten, kind of breaded.
Hands, I can't stand the smell. It's terrible. It's terrible. I'm going to stab it with my dagger.
Okay, so you pull out your dagger and you're trying to kind of cut these large bready bits into smaller pieces.
Oh, I rolled a 7.
Well, your arm's all kind of covered in the pudding right now, so you're sort of thrashing about, unable to find its vulnerable spots. Ula.
I would like to try to communicate with it. What?
That's not a bad call. What would you like to do?
I want to ask it what it wants.
Okay.
So what do I
how are
do?
you asking? You're
How am I
telling us, but now I want you to actually speak as your character.
Okay. I'd say, Hail, Master Pudding! Why do you assault us so?
I want you to make a whatever's higher, persuasion or performance.
Persuasion.
All right. You can roll.
I'll use my bardic charm.
Nice.
Okay. What's a handsome pudding like you want with a bunch of ruffians like us? And I got a 12.
12's not bad. So the pudding stops, sort of undulating for a moment.
Handsome, you say.
Charmed.
I don't think anyone's ever spoken to me like that before.
Oh, see, now I feel terrible.
And it just goes, I mean, no one ever even serves me with dinner or nothing anymore. I'm kind of out of style.
I can see that. I see that. Bread puddings went out of style with the last head chef of the guild.
So you basically Teely and Barba Chaos and Jenno, you're all just sort of floating, but you're not being attacked anymore. You're
I
kind of looking at
feel like an a-hole. We owe you an apology.
Yes.
He just goes, apology? Man, I like crusted you up and stuff. I feel kind of bad about, hold on a second. And he kind of, and exhales you up onto the surface of a crusty top.
He horks you out.
And
Polite
there's a
fight.
couple raisins that are flying in the air, and he goes, sorry about that. Apologies. I can't control the porridge sometimes. I don't know if you understand what it's like not being served anymore, not having anyone care about your savory center or your crusty top. It's a tough life out here in the swamp. No one wants to eat anymore. Everyone just wants to be eaten. I mean, I want to be eaten.
Makes you question your raison d'etre.
I like the cut of your jib there, sir. That's good stuff.
Well, Master Pudding, we're on a quest to retrieve a recipe, but perhaps you'd be kind enough to share your recipe with us, and we can return it to the guild and make sure that you are given proper honors.
Oh, a little dread pudding like me? Back on the guild table.
If we can make it happen, we will do everything we can.
I don't think I've ever... I'm a little watery on the surface. I'm sorry. It's hard to be cooked when you're this sad.
We'll need a large plate.
All right, just come over here and scoop the finest part and take it with you. I'll be happy to
Kind of weird, man.
with people like you.
So I would retrieve I have a mixing bowl, and I would use the bowl to scoop out the best part of the pudding.
He's very particular. He's like, don't take that part. It's a little raw.
Okay, yeah, that's a little burnt.
This is good. Mix it up. Don't let him.
And I'll make sure I get a raisin in everything in every bite.
Soggy on the bottom. They'll think poorly of me.
No soggy bottoms.
Thank you. Well, if there's anything I can do to help you, if there's anything I can help you with, you just call, let me know.
We should probably ask him about the pie.
Did you see any skeletons go by here, laddie?
Skeletons? Oh boy, well there were these weirdos that were traipsing across the swamp there, sprinkling themselves about, running their salty mouths off, if you know what I mean.
Which way did they go?
They were heading, and he sort of lumps a bit of bread in a direction, kind of points off. And he goes, they were heading towards the Mocha Mountain.
And what were they saying if they were running their mouths off?
Oh, well, this is a family stream, so I can't say it all.
It's too
Salty language. I'll tell you what.
Fair enough. Thank
None
you.
too pleased were they, none too happy were I, hearing such things.
I pull a little pouch of herbs, a little sachet out of my pocket, and hand it as best I can to the bread pudding.
He just sort of quivers around it and
If
takes
you
it into
digest this, it will keep your mood up for several days.
So nice. Jeez, I probably shouldn't have sucked you all in there. Sorry, little guy. You're all such good peoples there. Why don't y'all come back sometime? We'll have a big bread party or something.
That sounds wonderful.
Wonderful. You are like a barfy
probably
version of the ocean in Moana.
Yeah, that seems quite appropriate.
What about Moana? Wait, what?
He's like the
Remember the
barfy-
ocean character in Moana would, kind of rise up
Yeah.
and help him?
Oh,
He's like
So
a
he sort of puts a few happy waves out in his murky surface and sends you all on your way. By the time you guys kind of get cleaned off and find a drier spot in the savory swamp, it's already coming into nighttime. So the sun is going down. And even though the tree line is quite thick, it's casting lots of shadows, you can tell that sunset is coming up quickly. Are you guys going to travel overnight or are you going to take a rest?
Before that, I would just like everyone to know that for the cleaning phase, Geno uses the gust cantrip on himself to blow the bread pudding off of himself, and it probably spatters all over you.
I mean,
So we're all clear.
So glad we saved him,
Exactly, right?
yeah. What a guy.
what is that?
Also, he did lick himself before doing that, and the bread pudding, in fact, tastes disgusting. It's the raisins.
That's the-
Oh, well, do you think we can make it to the mountains? Does anybody know how far they are?
Keggy, you could make a survival roll because you've done quite a bit of traveling.
Yeah.
Massive numbers.
I got an 11.
Oh,
That's one more.
And I've got pretty good night vision, so I could probably lead us there without too much difficulty.
It'll be just like a slumber party. Let's go all night.
It would be all night, which means you guys wouldn't have any sleep, but you would be able to make it potentially by morning.
Yeah, stay up all night. Stay up all night.
Is everyone still spelled up? People who
Yeah, does anybody need to rest in order
Anybody
to
need
recharge?
healing? I can heal people. I can heal myself.
I'm doing
No, Geno's getting his fourth wind now. He's 13 years old and ready to march all night.
All right. You guys going to march through the night?
Let's do
Sure,
it.
I've got night vision too.
Barbara
so-
Chaos never sleeps.
Do all
Except
of you
at
guys
night.
have dark vision?
I have dark vision.
I do.
I think I have it too.
All the demi-humans. No one ever plays human characters anymore. Everyone's got night vision going.
I was going to play a human character, but
Fine, I'm not
didn't
judging
have
you,
the
I'm
option.
just joking.
I'm very particular about like my options, and
Nice.
like D&D Beyond didn't have some of the class options I was interested in exploring.
We were keeping it pretty basic for this
Right.
one, so.
I love to play a human though, where you take the feat, and I forget what it's called, the one that like gives you extra movement speed.
Oh, you're all min-maxing it up here on this.
Oh,
strategy.
I am very much into character optimization.
nice.
I've tried to keep that to a minimum for this session. Don't get me started. I was like, oh, do they have Xanatars in this? Do they have Volo? No.
I mean, they have all those options in D&D Beyond, but we're keeping. Yeah, I just wanted to keep it real simple for our new players.
Hey, who invited the nerd?
That's right.
Nerd alert! I know.
I
Right?
have some bad news for you.
Yes.
What? Nobody told me.
All right. So the group continues their trek as the sun goes down. The wind gets a little bit colder. Jenna's pretty happy about that.
Oh, Jenna loves a nice crisp breeze.
And as you guys are moving your way, through the trees, through the branches, the ground is a little bit more solid, but it's still very thick, and it's quite a difficult move, through the forest. As you're trekking your way through, you guys are keeping the same party order as before?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. Sorry, just looking real quick here.
Jenna is humming a song.
I'm grooming my beard.
Are you?
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
I'm brushing Mr. Tickle.
I was just going to say, and your badger's all, trying to get in on that as well, obviously.
I am composing a song about the bread pudding to help remember the way it tastes, and I
Which
am
is again terrible.
reaching into. Well, it's a terrible song. It's okay, and I'm reach into one of the many pockets on my vest and slip something white into the shadows and mutter to myself as we go.
Okay.
Can I do a perception check to see if I noticed that?
Sure. Go for it.
I rolled a 4.
Haha, my secrets are mine.
That's right. Keeps it on the down low.
I'm looking for animals to eat, to roast and eat.
Well, there's this badger, you see. It's very close by. All right.
And I'm also picking under my scales. It's a dirty habit.
Yeah, and there's little bits of salt
Gross.
coming out. It's pretty
Yeah.
annoying, actually. So, as you guys are tromping your way along, you actually it's interesting. So Ula has got a song that she's working on, and all of a sudden you hear another voice off in the forest. You see a small light up ahead. Someone else is singing out there in the forest, kind of a low, kind of song to themselves.
Do we all hear that?
You just sort of hear the humming. Yeah, someone singing away off in the distance. And then you see a light kind of flickering between the trees up ahead.
Jenna stops humming to see if the sound goes away.
Nope.
As
The song is still there.
Oh, I don't think that's me.
So it's not in our heads.
I would like to sneak up and try to peer at who it is.
Okay, so Teely's going to scout ahead.
Yes.
How far away is the light?
Maybe like 100 feet up.
okay.
All right,
Wow.
Teely, give us a stealth roll.
I rolled a 9.
Okay, so you
I
are
was going to follow her.
creeping along.
I'll
Jenna,
also
give
make
us
a stealth roll.
as well.
Yeah. Jenna rolled a 14 for stealth.
Okay.
Oh, you did better
Nice.
than me.
So you sneak your way up, and you see there is a dwarf, and he is sitting by a small campfire, sort of humming to himself as he's seems to be carving a small piece of wood. And then all of a sudden he stops and he goes, "Oh, company." And then he looks over his shoulder to where Teely is.
Got it. Well, since my stealth is blown, I step into the light and say, "Hello, dwarven friend. How goes your campfire?"
Just looks over and he goes, Well, hello there. I'm fine. What are you doing here in the savory swamp then, girl?"
Oh, I'm a hunter of herbs, and the savory swamp is known for some of its more pungent plants. And I've been wandering around. I do have some friends with me. Would you mind if we came to say hello?
Well, it's probably for the best. There's dangers here. I wouldn't want you to get yourselves in trouble.
Well, that's
I've heard that there's all kinds of creepers and troublemakers and even dread pudding.
Dread puddings. I thought they didn't exist. Wow.
not just a rumor. All right, so Jenno, you're hidden. The rest of the group, you guys can step up. If you want to go quietly, you can use stealth, or you can just step up. Now that you're hearing that the conversation, even the tone of it, you can tell seems quite pleasurable.
Can I use perception to see if the dwarf is more than meets the eye?
Sure.
So let's see. Do. And that is a 16.
Okay. So he, you can tell instantly, even before he introduced himself, he's clearly some kind of trapper. He's got all kinds of equipment, and he's got netting, and he's got little, almost like bear traps, but very different kind of mechanisms. He's wearing studded leather armor. You don't see anything nefarious per se, but he's definitely outfitted, to hunt. And
All right.
It looks quite experienced. His armor is not new, and he's got little scars and jabs and stuff on his face. You don't know dwarven heritage too much, but the beads and the things he's got in twisted in his beard shows that he's quite an experienced hunter and has earned quite a bit of prestige.
All right. I step into the light and compliment him on his humming.
And he goes, "Oh, you weren't kidding about the friends then." Hello. Hello to you both. My name's Bric-a-Brac, and I'm a dwarven hunter here. I'm on the trail of something quite dangerous.
Can I roll a persuasion to get him to tell us what it is?
Sure. So you're stepping out as well, obviously.
Yeah.
All right.
What's up?
Oh, it's a real variety pack.
Oh, nice. I rolled a 17. That's my best roll yet.
Well done, double digits.
Woo-hoo! What would you like to ask him there, Barbara?
What is this dark thing that you're hunting?
He goes, "Oh, come sit here by the fire and I'll tell you."
Your fire's a little low.
Amazing. Okay. So you put the breath weapon on the fire and you just light it up, and it torches. This big burst of flame shoots up into the sky, big ball of it, and it bursts, and it flashes for a moment. The smoke comes off it, and he just looks for a moment. You don't know if he's happy or not, and then he just goes, "Whoa, well, that's grand. That's just the finest, wondrous thing I've seen in ages."
It's a flex, I know.
Oh. What's your name there, Dragon Face?
They call me Barbara Chaos, and by
Well,
I mean myself.
Dragon Face, if you don't mind.
Quite literal.
I know, it's what I do.
Nice.
Anyone else stepping out, or?
Yeah, I'll step out, and I'd like to make a perception check to see if I notice anything about him specifically dwarven.
Sure. You don't have to make a roll at all, actually, because you are a dwarf. So similar to what Ula, saw instantly, but you also know that in general, there aren't a lot of dwarves in this area. So if he's out here, he was either sent on a specific mission or he's in exile.
What is he doing out here?
Because I'm not, I don't get to hang out with the dwarves very much anymore because of what I did.
Right.
Being a
So he just looks over and he goes, "Cousin, look at you there. You've surrounded yourself with all kinds of weird ones and wonderful ones. How about that?"
Well, I don't think I can call anybody else weird, considering.
I mean that as the highest compliment.
Well, it's good to see you. I hope you've been well.
Yeah. What's your name and clan and where you been from?
Well, my name is Keggy Gruntled.
Oh.
I am out here with my friends hunting some salty skeletons. I don't suppose you've seen any of those around.
Salty skeletons, no. Wait. Did you say your last name's Gruntle?
Oh no.
Oh, I am Gruntled, all right.
Are you nephew to old Sashi Gruntled?
I am.
Oh, Auntie Sashi. I remember her back ways then. So, let me tell you, you'll be extra. Wait a minute. Where did you folks come from?
Cuisine. We were in the town of Cuisine for a great bake-off.
Cuisine. Of course. So you're all chef-like.
Gastronomy inclined.
Incredible. Incredible. So here's what's what and where's when. I'll tell you, I'm on the hunt for something unliving.
Did you mean to say deed?
It's of a strange quality, very odd, growth like, strange and oaky. And if I can find it, then I can take it back, and well, it'll make a really, really fine stew, I think.
Side quest.
So, if you're of interest, I think we might be able to lay a bit of an ambush on this, because every time I try and get him, he moves too quick. But with 6 of us, we can easily some kind of military configuration.
Does he know? Did he spot Geno?
Oh, I guess he would say 5. That's right. Yeah. He goes, but with 5, we'll easily be able to surround him in some kind of pincer maneuver. Bring the beats.
So he's already dead, but you want to kill him and then eat him.
If he was dead and not moving, it'd be different. He's still got something.
But
something strange.
Can I ask, is this animal, vegetable, or mineral we're talking about?
And he just looks and he goes, that is fungal.
I hate hunting down fungi because they're so fun.
Not fun at all, I'd say. Not fun at all.
Can I call a huddle with my fellow cooks? I'd say I'm concerned that if we attack some sort of fungus, that it will anger the forest and the plants around us, because the fungal layer tends to be connected, and we could make more enemies than we think we're making.
Like the mycelial network.
Exactly.
Word travels fast on the mycelial network.
That's true. It might already know we're coming.
They call it the internet.
Which sometimes works and sometimes doesn't.
Yeah, it's good and bad.
The worldwide weave.
I understand your concerns, but as masters of cuisine, we must all acknowledge that fungi lie at the heart of many of our core dishes. And I might say, in terms of my sensational seasonings, different types of dried mushrooms are key elements to my quiches and to my salads and to my particularly wonderful spaghetti sauces. And I would hate to pass by this fungi, which it already died once. So would it really be so terrible if we were to just send it on its final passage to the other place?
Geno pops up and says, we should ask him if he'll pay us.
Yeah, is there gold inside the fungus?
We should get paid, or we should go find the salty skeletons.
Because that is our primary quest, unless we can then recruit the dwarf to help us. Bric-a-brac. Yes, could Bric-a-brac help us maybe? Or should we question him further before we agree to this?
Bric-a-brac must know these woods.
Yes. I would wonder if Bric-a-brac, maybe we should find out how he learned of this creature, because if it is unliving, and most unliving things are evil, then we could again allay our fears about whether we would disrupt the natural network or not? Because surely he must, this is a rare beast, or rare fungi, as he said. So he must know something more about it than what he's told us.
Unless
Yes?
this whole land is cursed.
Oh,
And the
well,
fungi, the fungus, is the thing what curses the land. And freeing this land from the humongous fungus among us will open a path to Mocha Mountain.
I like the way Barba Chaos thinks.
Just a thought.
Do we have a problem getting to Mocha Mountain right now? Do we have a reason to believe our friend the Dread Bread Pudding never said anything about an evil fungus? I think we should question Bric-a-Brac a bit more. It seems awfully convenient to find a mushroom hunter in these trees right now.
Let's roll some dice.
All right.
He could be
Break your huddle. Go back to Bric-a-Brac.
Go back to Bric-a-Brac.
like Homer Simpson into a shrub again.
Okay.
Nice. Jenna's just going to tuck back. All right.
The pincer movement will be even more effective if no one knows there's a sixth person.
All right. So who's going to question Bric-a-Brac?
Let's see. I have +2 persuasion.
I have +4.
And
You
I have
should do it.
+3. So yeah, you should go for it. You should go
All
for
right,
it.
so I will roll for persuasion.
Big numbers, huge numbers.
Oh, it's really sad, gang.
Awesome.
I got a 7.
Okay.
Oh no.
I don't
This
know
is
why.
not an 8.
That's true.
It's true.
All right. So what do you
So, Bric-a-Brac, we like to help a brother out, but I'm just wondering if you could tell us a little bit more about this mysterious fungi that is unliving. Why are you hunting it?
I want to make a fine stew with this malevolent mushroom. And if I can get it broken down, stop it from escaping, well, that will just supply soup for ages, won't it?
But what has it done that makes it malevolent?
If you see it, you'll know. It's a bad shroom, love. Bad shroom.
If we do this for you, will you help us on our quest?
What's your quest?
It's a secret.
Well, that's not very helpful, then, is it?
You just have to trust us. I don't know. Do we tell them?
I think we
constantly
should ask
headling.
if we've seen any mysterious salty characters around.
Yeah,
Didn't we? No.
You
Oh,
guys
yeah.
asked him. No, you talked to the bread pudding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bric-a-Brac, have you seen any salty characters around here
I
swearing a lot?
No salted. Nothing assaulting my sentences.
So it seems like he can't really help us, but we can help him. What should we do? And it also seems like he is a cook. Is this a rival chef?
Have you ever been to the Mocha Mountain, good dwarf?
I have not been in the Mocha Mountains, but I know where it lie. Is that where you're heading then? On your secreting quest?
It might be.
Well, if you're looking to go Mocha, then I could probably help you on your way. When are you looking to go?
We are on our way there now. But, so this quest to get to the mushroom is a little bit interruptive, if you don't mind me saying.
Well, I just saying if I've got more hands, it'll be easier to make mush. You know.
Is this mushroom nearby, or is this a thing that's going to take us a while?
I believe I can track it. I have tracked it. I will track it. And with your help, we can surround it. And, do what must be done.
And beyond nutrients, what other benefits does this mushroom soup provide?
Well, it is a fine meal that will stay with you and keep you strong.
Oh.
Hmm.
Does that sound worth a little bit of our time? Maybe we don't stay all night, but we try.
We'll try. I would like to try.
Let's
if
do
it's
it.
a quick journey, if it's a quick thing, we can help you. But if it takes too long, we might have to be on our way.
All right, I understand. Everyone's got a tight schedule.
Places to go, things to do.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do.
Rhubarb.
You don't put rhubarb in a mushroom soup, son. Okay, here's how it goes. So he starts sort of laying out and pointing in sort of checking the ground, and he's trying to track his mushroom opponent. Actually rolls quite well. Got a 19.
Ooh.
Wow.
So he just goes, you're all good luck here today then. Let's go. So he's sort of tracking along the ground and he's checking. He's finding smaller little clumps of mushrooms. He goes, these are the leavings of the malevolent one.
The leavings.
Mushing droppings. Scat.
And then he sort of checks.
People don't like mushrooms.
Checks on the side of a stump and he finds some mushrooms there and he goes, notice they're getting larger. Stay silent.
It's hard to stay silent.
I need you guys to make stealth rolls.
Okay.
Jeez.
Do I have to make another one, or can I use my one from before?
You're still carrying on. He doesn't know you're around,
Exactly.
right?
I've got a 9.
I got a 9.
I
9?
got a 6.
We know you're there. I got an 11.
Okay. So you guys are trouble. Like he goes, with a bit of care, will you? You're all crushing
Sorry.
branches and stomping. He goes, you're gonna make the mushroom skitter off.
Apologies.
Okay. Here's how we'll do it then. Because you're clearly terrible at the sneakery. All cut past and try and scare them toward you. So don't move anymore. Because you're awful at it.
Pooh.
So
Pooh
he
on you.
tucks down and you're amazed because the minute that he goes down into a crouch, he just sort of creeps along. Doesn't even seem to be moving his feet barely. And he just slides off into the woods, almost completely silent. Then you see he tucks behind a tree. You don't see him anymore. You don't hear him either. And then you can hear a little bit of a snapping of twig and then a rustling in the grass. That was good.
You got a career in Foley, man.
And then, breaking the silence of the night, suddenly, it's a horrific roar. All of you roll initiative. A massive,
It's not worth it.
humongous is among us.
It's not worth it.
Roll initiative.
Oh, big numbers. Come on.
Ah,
Hold on. Yeah.
Oh my God. This is the worst yet. I got a 2.
Okay, so what we'll do is we'll cut this part while Andrea's out anyways, and then we'll all do the initiative rolls.
Can I do my roll again?
No.
Okay, you guys. Sorry, I'm a little bit of. This is just the way my move has been going. But now all of a sudden, where I'm sitting, there are guys about to start tree work.
What?
I need to relocate to a quiet location.
Okay,
Oh
so
my
you can
God.
relocate,
Okay,
and we'll
Sorry.
pick up from there. No
Okay.
worries.
Gabby's fine.
And so everyone, do your initiative roll and just hold your number until we're settled.
Am I rolling the right? I have like a 2-sided die.
A 2-sided die.
I have like
Are
a
you
one-sided
clicking on the
die.
initiative box?
Uh-huh.
You're rolling a
At the top?
D4 for your
I
initiative?
seriously have like a Mobius die. It's got one side to it.
Does the crap
That's
side
his defeat.
It's amazing.
suck side? That's how the heart of the dice moves sometimes.
Mhm.
We've had nice natural breaks on the hour, so this is pretty great. Awesome. All right.
And yeah, episode 2 will probably be a little bit longer, but not too bad.
Now I want a mushroom tart, like a savory mushroom tart made with Gruyere and thyme.
That'd be
We're
so
all going to
good.
be hungry after this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my lunchtime. It's 1 o'clock here.
Yeah, I packed a peanut butter sandwich. That's what I just ate while we were playing because I had to.
Almost 4 o'clock here where I'm at, so
It's tea time,
nice.
or wait an hour and it's cocktail time.
Right. I think we're just having pizza tonight.
That sounds good to me. A delicious meal that you don't have to cook yourself.
Actually, we make it ourselves, so
Do you? Oh,
yeah.
if you do that, then it must be really good.
It is really good. Actually, I've been shocked. So one of the things during the pandemic, I've been cooking up a storm. In college, I couldn't cook for the dam, and now I'm like making all kinds of stuff. It's kind of amazing. So it's been fun.
That's good. I talked to someone yesterday who now holds a regular Tuesday night cooking class on Zoom for her friends who don't know how to cook.
That's great. So cool.
Does anybody else here remember the TV show Wizards and Warriors?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
I remember
Just,
that one.
When was that?
Short-lived, probably 82, 80, 84, somewhere in
It
there.
was fantasy, and it was the early to mid 80s. That was my jam.
Yeah, Duncan Rieger is Prince Blackpool, and the guy who played Kaniki was like the hero.
Oh man, yeah, I have not even thought of that in ages. I don't
Yeah.
know the character names. Wow,
Flash from the past.
Crazy.
Walter Olkowitz as his bumbling friend, and this blonde woman who used to be on Newhart as the princess.
Newhart? Wow.
Yeah,
wow, indeed, yeah.
I'm going way back. I think it lasted a season, but it was fun.
Wait, can you hear the dog? Sorry to interrupt. Can you hear the
Okay.
dogs?
A
Yes,
little
we
bit,
can.
but it's not too bad.
Okay, good. I'm gonna relocate them.
Jim, can I use Mr. Pickles as a taunt or a distraction to the giant funk?
You may be able to, yes.
Yeah, like I'll give it a shot. I don't know how to work that, but
It's okay. We'll incorporate it into the narrative. It's fine. It'll be more like advantage or a bonus.
have you ever heard of badgers just going at it? Their
No.
noises are crazy.
Really?
Yeah. They're-
Anyone ever watch the very famous honey badger video on the YouTubes?
yeah.
Honey Badger don't care.
Right.
Yeah.
This is a house of bees. Honey badger doesn't care.
I just saw a new one where the honey badger, like there were some lions going by,
What?
huge freaking lions, and the honey badger's,
Yeah.
and the lion was like, Jesus.
Well, the honey badger signature move is to eviscerate your genitals. Like that. I did a bunch of honey badger research back in the day. I used to work at Disney. We were working on a Lion King sequel.
What?
And somebody, like, the honey badger meme was popular. So they're like, we should put a honey badger in there. And I'm like, not a lot you can do with a honey badger that's going to be rated G.
Kid friendly, yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez. I had no idea that's what honey badgers did. That's
They're low to the ground, That's what they can reach. I'm sure they'd go for the jugular if they were taller.
Good Lord.
Okay, it should be good. I'm sorry.
That's all good. All right. So what we'll do is we'll do a clean break, and I'll just say we're going to roll for initiative,
Okay.
and then you guys will take the numbers from there, okay? All right.
Cool.
Here we go. All right, let's roll for initiative. So starting at the top there, Kevin, what'd you get?
I got an 11.
11. Okay. Adib?
19.
Nice.
Teely?
3.
Sherri?
11. Oh, I'm sorry, 12. A 12. I'm
12.
sorry, 12.
All right. And David?
Is there a prize for last? Because I got 2.
The prize is you get to see what everyone else is doing and strategize appropriately. There you go. There you go. That's how it goes. All right. Jenna, you're at the top of the order. Even before this, so you heard this crazy roar, and then you just see this massive toadstool, this just huge, humongous fungus. It is burst up from the grasses, and it's got an actual mouth on it, and it's roaring. And inside, you see these kind of like sparkling fireflies inside.
Ooh.
Yeah. What would you like
What
to do?
kind of mushroom does it look like?
Portobello?
Oh,
Oh, it's a big boy.
the one with gross gills.
Meaty.
It's a big boy.
Right. Yeah, but it's just weird that it hasn't started charging yet, right?
I mean, it's roaring. It's being creepy, but it hasn't yet attacked. Like you're above it in the initiative order. So
Yeah, I
Right.
bet whatever's sparkling in its mouth is useful.
Yes, I'm very curious about sparklies too.
All right. What is the creature's size?
it is huge.
Oh, good grief. Okay.
So you are very tiny.
I
compared
am
to-
indeed very
I
tiny.
mean, you're not tiny. You're small for the size classes, but yes.
I think I would like to ready an action.
Okay. So
And
action, for those you don't know, he's basically going to hold his initiative order to another number and now go at that number from now on. Because he's higher in the order, he can hesitate, hold on purpose to make something happen later in the order. So what are you holding?
I'm gonna ready a frostbite.
Okay.
For once I actually see it start charging.
Okay.
So does this mean if he doesn't need to use the frostbite, he can do something else?
That's he's holding the frostbite spell, so he's probably going to launch it. But if the creature, for example, didn't attack, he doesn't have to use it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Ula, you're next in the order.
I'm wondering if I recognize this mushroom at all, if there's something about it that I might know lore about.
You can make either an Arcana or a History roll.
I am going to do a history roll. And come at you with a 10.
A 10. So you don't know anything specific about this particular mushroom. You've heard of that mushrooms can go bad if left too long. And they go quite rotten and quite ugly and can bring quite a foulness to dishes and to life itself.
Okay, it could be poisoning the forest.
Of a malevolent mushroom.
All right. So do I need to take an action now, or is that
if
it?
you want to attack, this is the time to do it.
You know what I want to do? I want to use Phase Step to teleport on top of the mushroom.
Whoa.
And try to look into its mouth and see what's up with those fireflies.
All right. So you do a Misty Step. So you step through the little portal that you summon, and you drop down on top of its large mushroom top.
Spongy.
On top of its spongy surface, and you're going to take a sort of peer over the edge. First of all, you see this thing roaring. It is pretty scary. You actually recognize those little sparkles. You've seen them before in a darkened past that you try so hard not to remember.
Not again. Not again.
All right, that's going to be your turn. Jenna, you just saw Ula drop down on top of the mushroom, and this thing is starting to thrash around and going to try and bite her. You can act before it does.
Jeno is going to frostbite it now.
Okay, so take an attack on it.
Yeah. It makes a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
13.
Oh, it fails miserably. So
Yay!
Excellent. There it is. 6 cold damage.
nice.
And it now has disadvantage on its next weapon attack roll.
Oh, perfect, considering it's about to attack. So, all right, so 6 damage. Nicely done. So you freeze a patch on it, and it crisps up on that side. And the creature...
You're not supposed to put mushrooms in the freezer.
That's true.
That's
Kill
why
the flavor.
I hate mushrooms, so I'm not 100% certain that's true. And I never cook with them. I just assume.
Amazing. So it's going to sort of nod its head forward violently to try and knock Ula into its mouth. So you are going to hold on as best you can. But
Like me laying on the couch trying to eat cheese puffs.
Hang on.
So on disadvantage, which is a good thing because it rolled a 19, but it also rolled a 7.
Yay!
Hey,
Right off into its strange fungal maw, and you do not fall. You hear those little fireflies. They're like, we are in a little bit of danger. And it thrashes around. Next in the order is Keggy.
All right, I am going to cast Beast Bond with Mr. Tickles. And
All right.
then I
For everyone keeping track is Keggy's badger buddy.
Yes.
yeah. And Mr. Tickles, I'm going to ask him to, via the communication we now have, I'm going to ask him to go out there and scream a little bit at the mega mushroom and distract him, if possible, from the fact that he's got Ula on his head and fireflies in his mouth.
Amazing.
Others have that kind of ability. So, Mr. Tickles scurries off over to the side and starts just really scolding that mushroom. Good job, Mr. Tickle.
So Mr. Tickle does screech and make badgery. He does literally badger him. Amazing, and that will put it at a disadvantage once again and make it easier to attack.
Do I need any room to do anything else, or is that my whole turn?
So you already had the bond with Mr. Tickle, so you can take a strike at it if you want.
Oh, okay. I'd like to do that. I'll get out my hand axe and take a chop at the stem there.
Amazing. All right, go for a chop at the stem. What's the roll?
Come on.
A 5.
Oh my god. So Mr. Tickles
So bad.
is actually so loud and scary. The badgering sound is so intense that it kind of distracts you as well. Like you say, like, my God, Mr. Tickles is freaking out. This is some intense shit going on.
What have I done?
All right, Teely, you're up.
I'm going to try to hit it with my short bow.
Okay.
Oh.
So you pull out the short bow, pull out an arrow, let it fly.
13.
13.
Hey.
That is exactly what you need to hit it. So roll damage.
2.
Okay. Better than nothing. So you're going to drop this arrow into its stem, and it just sort of plunges into the mushy surface. Next is Barba Chaos.
I'm gonna throw a hand axe at it
Okay.
because I don't want to get too close.
All right. So you pull out a hand axe, and you're going to launch that.
Come on. I'm praying to the god of porcini. 24.
20.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's do
finally.
damage. Let's do damage.
All right. So was that a natural 20?
It was a 19 plus
19.
5.
No worries.
Are
So
you kidding?
You let loose that hand axe, and it flips through the air and just embeds itself in the hood of this big mushroom.
But it only causes 4 damage.
Okay? It's all valuable. It's all valuable. All right. Top of the order is Jeno.
the mushroom hasn't actually like moved any yet, right?
No, it's just been thrashing around, and now it's sort of turned towards the badger that's making all sorts of creepy sounds.
Perfect. How big is a huge creature?
A huge creature is. How dare you ask me these?
I'm sorry, I have mechanics questions.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
You did this. You did this to you by asking me to play this game.
It is a 50-foot tall mushroom.
Okay. That is a very beefy mushroom.
It is a humongous.
And right now,
It's a big boy.
Ula and the badger are the only ones that are close to it. Everyone else is keeping their distance.
So far,
Mhm.
Because
Okay.
Ula did her misty mushroom hop.
I don't know.
I
Geno
can't
does seem a
remember.
little bit reckless.
Oh, no.
So Geno is going to kind of pass his hands over each other and use his magic to form an ice knife and fling it at the mushroom. Has anyone ever seen the movie Mystery Men? You know the blue
Yeah.
rock?
Oh, yeah.
forest?
It's a crazy
From
chicken
Prometheus.
world. I
That's
remember that.
basically what he's doing,
okay, awesome.
but it's an
I
ice knife.
I was thinking
Yeah.
Elsa, but that's cool.
What?
I was thinking Elsa, but that's cool.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Elsa.
what-
Elsa's, I think, a little more elegant than Geno's capable of.
What's the roll?
Basically, the Blue Raja meets Elsa. How about that? Let me
Cool.
hit the cast button.
Got this. You got this.
Right. The roll is an 18.
18 is a hit.
Yeah.
Any 13 or higher. So you launch this knife dramatically toward it. Give us the damage.
It does 6 piercing damage,
Oh,
and it explodes into icy shards.
Ooh.
So the mushroom and also, unfortunately, Ula and the badger need to make a DC 13 dexterity saving throw.
Dude.
Okay. Ula, make a dex check.
Okay.
And I'll roll for the badger. Kevin, how about you roll?
I got 3.
Oh
Oh, okay. So what happens if they fail the DC check?
They're going to get 2d6 cold damage.
Whoa!
no.
Oh my
Where
goodness.
do I mark that?
So
And I
I'm
have to
going
figure
to
out how to roll a d6.
So you,
Sorry,
take,
2d6?
you take
Doesn't seem
five.
to be a way to like auto roll.
It's okay. I got it. I got it, Adib. So, Sherri, you take 5 damage from the blast of cold.
Okay.
The badger makes the save.
Dice.
Is it half damage?
Job, Mr. Tickles.
Let me. I don't think it's half damage. I think it takes no damage if it makes a save.
And then the
Good
mushroom
job.
also needs to make that saving throw, I assume.
It does as well.
And it fails, so it's going to take 2d6 as well. And it takes 9 more damage.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Geno whispers, "Sorry," but because he doesn't want to give away his position to the mushroom, he's going to shift 15 feet.
Okay.
Basically, so that he can kind of get on the mushroom's left and kind of triangulate. Where's this dwarf anyway? Why hasn't he attacked the mushroom?
Yeah, what the heck, man?
Oh, the
Maybe.
He's a lazy dwarf.
What if he's inside the mushroom?
Brumpkin, Brumpkin. I'm sorry, bric-a-brac.
What if he is the mushroom?
Oh no.
So you took some damage and you're still on top of the mushroom.
Oh, I am? You're talking to me?
Sorry about that.
Okay. So my first question, you're not sorry, Geno. I know you. My
Sorry,
question,
sorry.
I have 2 questions. I could hear the little fireflies speaking. We're in a little bit of. Are they still talking? Can I hear them
Whenever
still?
the mouth opens up, you can hear little screeches.
Okay. Is it a language I recognize? Is it?
It would be of the Eladrin, so you would recognize it, yes.
Oh. Well,
Nice.
then, can I call out to the fireflies?
What would you like to say to them?
I would like to say, who are you and how can we be of assistance?
I'm going to ask them to give you 10,000 hugs.
Nice. So are you doing any attacking, or are you just holding on to the top of the mushroom?
I'm holding on right now because based off of their answer will inform my action.
Okay. They're basically like, we're being held by a fungal prison. We need
Fair
help."
enough. All right, then I want to attack with my dagger.
Okay.
I'm going to lean over and slice under the gills of the mushroom cap.
Yeah.
I want to decapitate it, but yes, I slice under the gills. So dagger, I'm rolling, and I've got a 15.
15 is
Nice.
Give us the damage.
The damage is, I can't read that. 6.
6. All right. So
Nice.
you've given it a heavy hit. You've sliced a big part of the cap, and it's starting to sort of tear free. You hear the little fairies inside going, "Yay!" Sort of teetering. It's clearly severely wounded, but not quite out of the fight just yet. Keggy, you're up.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and attack with my axe.
All right. So you charge forward while
Don't
your
hit the fairies.
badger continues to screech.
I got to 7 again.
Oh.
So what happens is you actually take a swing, and the mushroom kind of moves to one side, and you bump off of it, and you kind of fall into the weeds there. All right, next in the order is Teely.
I'm gonna shoot my bow again.
All right, you're queuing up an arrow, letting it launch.
22.
22 is definitely, it goes right in its mouth.
Oh no, the fairies.
For one damage. Don't worry about the
It
fairies.
goes in there and it sticks in its throat. Nice. And to bottom of the order is Barber Chaos.
You know what? Throwing the hand axe didn't do so well, so I'm gonna get in there with my great club.
Yeah. Okay.
Here
So
we go. Oh, I'm gonna roll. Come on.
what's the swing? What's the roll?
10.
10. All right. So you do actually strike it, but it kind of bounces off its.
Boing.
It just sort of bounces off the mushroomy hide.
Thanks. That makes me feel better.
No problem.
It's sponginess.
Its sponginess is too much for your club. Then suddenly, bursting out of the trees, you see Bric-a-Brac. This little dwarf gets some height, jumps into the air, brings his axe down with as much force as he can muster, and he horribly misses. Crashes into the grass and into the woods and the weeds. But his battle cry was so intense, he's like, "Now is your time to be mushed." And then he just sort of crumbles into the thing. He goes, "In a moment, it'll happen, I assure you."
Oh, I forget the words.
Don't worry, Brick-a-Back. I failed miserably also.
Shadow, it's your attack.
How hardy is the mushroom looking right now?
It is
Does it look like it's slightly miserable yet, or
Oh, it is very miserable. Part of its cap is torn, and it's got an arrow in its throat, and it's got little chop marks all over it, and it's got frozen bits. It is super unhappy with life as
Excellent.
it unlives it.
I think Jeno is going to because he does feel a little bad about accidentally hitting Ula, he's going to try to shoot a more directed ray of frost this time.
Okay.
Once again at the thingy.
The thingy.
The mighty mushroom.
Malevolent mushroom. It's a 15.
15 is the hit. Roll damage.
Nice.
Finish
It's 7 cold damage.
7 cold damage is enough. How do you want to finish it off?
I think Jeno does another like Sailor Moon flourish, but it's like the finale boss fight flourish. It's like a double, like spin to the left, spin to the right, double finger guns.
Awesome.
And he shouts out "Pow!" and blasts a ray of frost right in the mushroom's forehead.
The frost just hits the bottom half of the mushroom, freezing that part of it instantly. but the creature was still moving, so it actually tears itself in half as the frozen bit sort of and it just goes, wow, rotates, and then crashes to the ground. And as it does so, its mouth opens up, and all the little fireflies, the little fairy folk, trickle out of the top.
Jeno holds his finger guns up to his hands and blows on them. And then you hear like a little ting, and his glasses go opaque for a second. No reason whatsoever.
Amazing.
But that just happens.
Stands up triumphantly, and he goes, I knew we could do it. And that's where we'll leave this second episode. It seems with a triumphant mushroom flare.